number I'd recommend, 1.6 grams per kilogram. So everyone know the pound to kilogram equation. 1 pound is 2.2 kilos. So just take your weight divided by 2.2 to find out how many kilos you weigh. I think I am at 187 pounds. What would that be? You guys are, get that calculator out. There we go. 187 divided by 2.2. 85. So I should consume 85, or I'm 85 kilos is what I am. So take 85, your weight in kilos times 1.6. So mine is about 130 grams a day, roughly. So when you start breaking that down, you think, oh, for heaven's sakes, 130, that seems like a lot. How do I get that in? Two things.
Excuse me, can you do that again, the math?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
So, a kg of body weight,
Yeah,
so to convert that to pounds, it's 2.2
Yeah.
times your body weight.
correct.
Divided
Well,
by.
divided
Oh,
by,
divided by.
yeah, divided by.
Okay, so it's your pounds divided by 2.2.
Here's a better number for you. Take your weight times 0.18. It'll give you the same number.
Weight times,
I should have just started there,
0.8.
yeah, right, sorry guys.
okay.
Take your weight times
Point-
0.18, you'll get the same
1.8?
number, yeah.
Is it point
Yeah,
one
times
eight?
0.18, yeah, that'll give you
0.18.
the 1.6 conversion. I like that. I don't know why I even went down the kilogram path, so, okay.
And
So
how does that then convert to how much protein you should have?
that's the total grams of protein per day.
Okay,
Yes.
whatever your weight times 0.18
0.18, yeah,
is how much
right,
protein,
yeah.
okay, that's
So-
easier.
And so for me, again, that's about 130, 35 grams a day. So then what I wanna do is we know that protein timing makes a difference. So I don't wanna clump 120 grams at dinner and say, oh, I met my protein, I had 10 at breakfast, I had 120 at 9 p.m. You don't wanna do that. Our body responds and grows more effectively when we give our body protein throughout the day. So what we're trying to do is upregulate a process called muscle protein synthesis. It's sort of the muscle building switch. We turn that on when we take this number and we divide it into 3 to 4 doses throughout the day. So again, for me, what does that end up being? It's about 35 grams per meal. So if I did 3 meals and maybe a snack in the evening, I can get that protein threshold. So you know what the number is, split it out between 3 to 4 meals. And the other thing I want to just mention about this is that when you start breaking that number down, it can feel like a lot of eating. As we age, we do what scientists refer to as skewed eating patterns. And so it means that we have meals that are high in protein, then meals that are really low, and then high. We don't eat the same protein across all meals. We tend to have this sort of up and down pattern with protein intake. So again, to optimize things, you want to try to get that threshold at each meal. It's okay to go above it, but you want to be there. That's the sort of muscle building switch we want to turn on. Now, having said that, this is where we look at the science on this. This answers the whole question of should I take a supplement or not. That question has been around forever. And if you go outside of the supplement industry and just look at the science on this, what we know about using dietary supplements like a powder that I mix into a fruit smoothie or something, if I do that, it typically makes it more doable for people to get to these thresholds versus having to eat again and again. Oh, geez, 3.5 hours has passed. I gotta eat protein. That can get a little overbearing for some people. So I use a protein supplement in the morning just because it's simple, not because I'm not willing to eat those foods, but in the nature of my schedule and the hours I work, it just is easier in my routine, that's all. It's not a right or wrong. Yes?
Do you have a favorite protein powder that you like?
Well, there are, nowadays, I'll say 2 things. One, nowadays there are decent protein powders available in stores like Jewel, so you can find decent products over the counter. One that is decent is called, the brand is Orgain. Sort of like organic, but Orgain. They make protein powders. They make animal-based ones. They make plant-based ones if you're vegan or vegetarian. I use a one called Sun Warrior, and you can find their products at sunwarrior.com. I don't think they're in any stores there. You have to order it online. But that's just the one that I like. I use a plant-based one.